Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers. And just ahead of time, this is a whole long wad of text, so we're going to be busting it up a little bit, all right? If you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. Sure, Karen. In fact, the Dutch Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused, so you know the drill. Please read the article and share on all your social media. Also included is NeuroClastic's public statement in regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever actually does see through with their threats. Trigger warning 1 will be discussed places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys. You're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please make sure to use the headphones. Trigger warning 2, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We do use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is advised. Alright, disclaimers over. Ask me how fun those are to do at the beginning of every video. Regarding ESDs, as we explained in the proposed rule, researchers have long raised ethical concerns about the purposefully subjecting patients to the harm caused by physically aversive stimuli. We've also raised the objections in regards to them using the ABA model of provoking a rare behavior so that they can shock them within an inch of their life for it to teach them that it's wrong. If it sounds psychotic, folks, that's because it is. But this didn't come from the JRC, though. They take it to its most barbaric extremes, but this comes directly from ABA, folks. Don't let them fool you for an instant. This is right out of the ABA playbook, almost word by word. Okay? But, as I was saying here, most people have ethical concerns if you're shocking a person within an inch of their life for having a behavior they can't control. It's usually frowned upon, okay? And usually not used unless there's no other options, such as the police with the police taser, right? I would like to say it's only used when needed, but you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. You should not be subjecting any neurodivergent to aversive therapies, period. You should not have this insane idea that if it's rare, you got to provoke it to teach them that it's wrong. If it's rare, that's because we understand that it is wrong. However, folks, and I am pushing 40 here, and I can confirm there are times when our diagnosis will override us. It's going to happen. You're never going to get rid of it entirely. Those behaviors don't suddenly come out, and we don't suddenly engage in said behaviors because we don't understand it's wrong. We know it's wrong. That's why it's rare. So, you are literally provoking them to punish them for punishment's sake. That you know they're going to clutch their pearls and say, but that's just not true. If you know it's wrong, why do you do it? Karen, what part of diagnosis overrides rational brain, particularly when we are overwhelmed in the situation that we are in at that point in time, is difficult to grasp here. You're not living in reality if you try and actually believe that you can program all of these behaviors out of us and condition us to act like neurotypicals. The problem is they can say, yes, we can. Look at you. It's a mask. It's literally a mask I created based off of, well, essentially my mom is what I based it off of, right? It's a mask, okay? It is me to be pretending to be something that I'm not so that people like you can leave me the hell alone. I've done well enough with it that people pretty much do at this point in time leave me alone. Unless it's one of those people who see me at these protests. And I get the fun comments of like, well, wouldn't it be better if people were like you were aborted if they knew ahead of time? Those are fun to get. Anyways, sorry folks. Gone off topic here, but the point is deliberately triggering a rare behavior in order to punish someone for it to teach them it's wrong, when it may be rare because we can understand that it is wrong, but that we know reality here that our diagnosis will override our will sometimes. When that happens and that behavior comes out, it's not because we don't understand it's wrong. Clearly, if it's rare, we understand. What you're doing is psychotic and useless. Just putting it out there, just putting it out there. Review of current scientific literature confirms that in recent decades, medical practice has shifted away from restrictive physical aversive conditioning techniques such as ESDs and toward treating patients with SIB and AB with positive behavioral interventions. How the hell ABA got put under positive, I have not the first damn clue, because the psychological mindfuckery can be every bit as bad and detrimental to my future as the insane crap that the JRC gets up to. We gotta start going over these. We can't just say, well, it's the golden standard of care and walk off. Medicine cannot evolve if you do that. You shouldn't be defending, like, I don't know, like it's your last stand and this is the hill that you're going to die on, that ABA is perfect, that there's nothing wrong with it at all. There's a lot wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with centering somebody else's treatment around everyone else around them but them. Until we start addressing these problems, places like the JRC are going to keep popping up. And we're going to have to keep fighting into God knows when. Okay? Just saying. Indeed, of the 57 total published studies on the effectiveness of contingent skin shock, only 10 such studies have been published in the past 20 years and only one in the past decade. Okay, so telling us it's out of date, obviously, but here's my autistic question. Who the fuck published that shit? Who the hell published that? Like, which editor okayed the green light on that? Because they need to be fired. Like, fired. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, pretty much every single research center, including Yale, which, as you all know, famously did the study where they blasted radiation directly into autistic brains to help with behaviors, even they said no to be willing to do a clinical study on the GED device. If that doesn't just say just about everything, I don't know what will, you know? So, in conclusion, until we start addressing the issues in regards to ABA treatment, until we evolve in regards to creating treatment programs to the point where we're not centering the treatment of the patient around everybody else but the patient, places like the JRC are going to continue to go on and thrive because there's money in our pain and suffering. $285,000 a kid every year. That doesn't make you sick to your stomach. You may be dead. I'm going to go ahead and close out on that one, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do get tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, you know the drill. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you again here in a few minutes. Bye-bye, everyone.